for office. No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. And something is clearly wrong with her. Something is wrong with her. Something's wrong with her. And something's wrong with his vice president. He is off.
He knows.
She can't put two sentences together. How about 60 Minutes? Was that the greatest? You know, we're probably going to sue him just for the hell of it. Listen. 60 Minutes, she interviews. She was so bad. She gave an answer. This never happened to me. Why does it happen? She gave an answer that was so bad that they changed it. They took it out, threw it out. They didn't like edit it a little bit, take a word out. No. They took the entire, it was a long, stupid, she didn't know where the hell she was going.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Does she drink?
Uh-oh.
Is she on drugs?
Is she on drugs?
I don't know.
Oh, no. I just showed you a video of somebody making the claim that bag of cocaine that showed up in the White House that the Secret Service found, that it was hers. And he's asking, is she on drugs? Should I sue, what is it, CBS, ABC, whatever? Should I sue 60 Minutes for election tampering? Should I this? Should I that? Right? And then he asks outright, is she on drugs? He says there's something not right about her, and there's definitely claims out there in the media that there's something decidedly not right about Tim Walz. Touchdown Tim Walz, as they called him. There's something wrong with these people, he's pointing out, and the media is doing everything they can to hide it.
I don't know. I have no idea. She writes 60 Minutes, big 60 Minutes CBS. They have to be licensed by the federal government. They should take their license away. What they did, CBS...
I'm not going to watch this whole speech because I don't want to steal from Forbes. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come across here, and I'm going to show you a little bit too much of my life as I come into here, because he moves on in that speech to say that 60 Minutes isn't allowed to do that. They're not allowed to pick a candidate. The NBC, CBS, Fox, ABC, he goes on to explain, and he's right, that all of those networks are actually on public, that means federal government airwaves. And so what that means is that they don't have to pay to have their space, their airspace. Oh man, I really, really wanted to get to 2,000 this time. Anyway, they don't have to pay for their airspace. And so what he's saying is that if he goes on to basically threaten that when he wins this presidency, that he's going to take away ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and if I'm probably missing, but he's going to take away their ability to produce news, because there is legislation on the books because of the Bush presidencies, because the news media were in favor of Al Gore and Kerry. There are fair and balanced rules that these news agencies, when they're doing news, and he goes on to make the point that 60 Minutes is a news program, not an entertainment program. They don't get to be entertaining. They don't get to edit things like that. And even if they say, oh well, and he goes on to say that their argument is that, well, they edited it because they asked her the same question and allowed her the opportunity to answer it more cromulently. But here's the thing. And now we're actually going to go to that video. Here's the thing. You're not allowed to do that, especially when they treat Donald Trump as abhorrently as they do, as unfairly as, in fact, they do treat him.
He gave some really stupid answers, and what they did is they cut those answers out and they put other answers in. And I think it's really, I think it's a very bad act.
Former President Donald Trump keeping up his full-court press against 60 Minutes, accusing the program of deceptively editing Vice President Kamala Harris's sit-down interview to make her look better. The controversy was born after the same question from 60 Minutes correspondent Bill Whitaker was attributed to different published responses from Harris.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems...
The fuck did she just say?
Listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of
The work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region. So, let me understand this properly. He asked her, it sounds like you guys want Netanyahu to do something, but he's not listening. And she says, well, many things have happened, including some of the things we've asked for him. What the fuck did she just say? Not only does she not answer that, but she minimizes. Her answer actually minimizes her president's administration in their negotiations with Netanyahu. She just admitted to that man that Netanyahu ignores her. And then this is the edited version.
Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
For 2 weeks...
That's still not a fucking answer to the question, Kamala. It's still not an answer. That is an unacceptable answer. When you are asked by 60 Minutes, a still, and should no longer be, but a still prestigious news outlet, it seems like you're telling the president, or whatever the fuck Netanyahu is, of a terrorist state to maybe behave less like a terrorist state, and he's saying, we're going to do whatever we want because we don't have to respect you. And what you say is, what? That's a non-answer. Trump is absolutely right to be furious. You should be furious. You should be furious that she thinks she can pass that off as an answer to you. You should be furious with yourself if you think that's an answer. And if you think that this is a non-issue. Democrats are the only people who care about what's going on in Israel-Palestine. Even the evangelicals are over it because it's a stupid conflict. And all it does is make America look weak. This is why Rome didn't record histories of conflict in that region. They renamed it Palestine and pretended the Israeli Jews never existed. Why? Because of this dumb bullshit. All right, anyway, now you've seen it. Shaggy out.